What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle, and yes, it's the best money in credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you will be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and the Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right. Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there. So please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you pay for, all right? And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members, and we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you tired of being a zero? You ready to be your family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos and y'all get them notifications, it's going to be some information that's going to help you win. All right. And in today's video, I'm dropping some good sauce for y'all. I got some good sauce, step by step, top to bottom, how to basically repair your own credit and get you a $50,000 credit limit. Now, when I say credit limit, I mean your credit limit on your credit profile is $50,000, meaning that you have the potential to walk into a bank with the right documentations and get a $50,000 loan. Now, there's a lot of people out there that think getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credits from banks myth. There's a lot of people out there that feel like banks aren't giving people money. Banks aren't giving out loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. And that's not true. The problem is it's a lot of people that need help that think they know that know everything, meaning that it's a lot of people who won't qualify for the average loan that's out there pushing out this information. Most people who need help are the ones saying that this bank commenting saying this bank don't give out this loan, or that's capped, they not approving nobody. Those be the majority of the people who are commenting like that because they're not getting approved for loans. They're not in the position that they need to be to get start getting funded. So people got to start understanding that everybody's situation is different. You can't dictate your success off the next person's. There are people out here with good credit, with jobs, and got their life together that can walk into the bank right now and get approved for a loan that you probably couldn't. So before you start commenting saying, "Oh, that bank ain't giving," every bank is giving out loans. Every bank is giving out credit cards. Every bank is giving out funding. It's just that you, as a person, have to be in the position to be able to get approved for that. Now, how do you get approved for that? How do you put yourself in a position? Well, first of all, most people in America have bad credit. Bad credit is anywhere from 680 and under. And a lot of people are confused on how credit profiles are structured. How can you get points on your credit report? How does it work? A lot of people are brainwashed with about credit information, thinking you can buy trade lines and overnight you're going to get 50, 20, 30, 40, 100 points. It doesn't work like that. Understanding credit will help you better understand how it goes and how to properly structure and build it. So when it comes to credit profiles, when it comes to credit scores, you have to understand this. You got three credit bureaus: TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Each credit bureau reports different accounts. So every loan, every credit card, everything that you get in your name does not report to all three. Different accounts report to different credit bureaus. So you also have to remember that. Now, your credit profile is built off different components, and 35% of your credit profile is based off your payment history. So, with that being said, in order for you to build your credit profile, you have to be making payments continuously on time on different accounts each month. So there is no such thing as you buying a trade line and getting 200 points added to your credit profile overnight. There's no such thing as that. It's another myth out here that you're supposed to be debt free, zero debt. Now, a lot of people hear the word debt and they automatically think that's bad. No, it's good debt and it's bad debt. Bad debt is those accounts that's in collections that you stop paying on over 6 months. Good debt is the debt that you're paying on each month on time that's building your payment history. Now, people have to realize that when it comes to repairing credit and rebuilding, it's going to take time, at least 18 months, a year and a half, because you have to make payments on X amount of accounts each month to build points. So let's say you got a small credit builder loan on your credit profile. And that's it. The first 3 months you making payments on it, you might get 6 to 12 points, if that. And people got to understand that. So the more debt that you are showing that you can manage on your credit profile and making payments on, the more points you will get towards your credit scores, because you have three. Each credit bureau has its own score. There's different type of loans. There's installment loans, there's lines of credit, there's mortgage loans, there's auto loans. Those are the primary trade lines that banks, lenders, and groups want you to have to show that you can manage money. So a car, an auto loan, a credit card, payday loan, things like that, credit cards. So understanding that right there will help you get a better understanding that, one, you do not want to have zero debt, especially if you are older in age, because if you have debt, let's say you got $40,000 in debt, and you go to these one of these credit gurus, and they send in all these letters, and they dispute your credit, your accounts or debit accounts or collection accounts to get it all the way down to zero. Now you got no debt. Now you feel like you're debt free. You got to understand, you now have no credit history, meaning that now you have to start getting co-signers, secured loans, credit cards. And one, nobody's going to co-sign for you, especially you 30, 40, 50 years old, because at the end of the day, one, most people don't know nobody with good credit that's going to be able to even co-sign for them. So that's one. Two, now that you're older, it's going to be harder for you to get certain accounts like auto loans and credit cards and things like that. So now you got to go the secure credit card route, utilizing your own money, and you just got to start stacking those up in credit builder loans and stacking those up and trying to find primary trade lines, accounts that you can get in your name to start just making payments on, trying to start building your credit limit and credit profile and credit worthiness. So I tell people, listen, if you have debt, anything in collections that you're not paying on, it can be student loans, credit cards, auto loans, whatever. Do not dispute that debt. Those are your primary trade lines right there. That's what's giving you your debt. That's what's making your debt high. You want to have high debt, high good debt, not high bad debt, but high good debt, meaning that the debt is being reported on your credit profile. You're making payments on each month and you're paying that debt down. That's good debt. That's what they want to see. That's showing that you can manage what? Money. So you want to have good debt. So people out there, don't never feel as if you need to have zero debt, because that's bad. You want to have debt being reported on your credit profile at all times to show that you can manage money. So those auto loans that's in collections, those student loans that's in collections, those accounts, start paying on them. Now, in order to start rebuilding, restructuring, repairing your credit profile, you're going to have to be making some money, or some type of revenue is coming in. And that's just a point blank period. You have to pay on these trade lines every month. It's not free. Nothing is free. So you got to pay every month. You're going to be paying. So before you think you're going to start repairing your credit, restructuring your credit, please be in a position to make some money to be able to pay each month on these trade lines, because nothing is free. And that's why I don't repair credit. I give credit repair lessons, because trade lines cost each month. You have to pay each month. That's going to go towards your payment history on your credit profile. There's not no trade lines are not a one-time buy and it just post to your credit profile and you get all these points. No, people got to start understanding that. The ignorance of that is just ridiculous. Another thing, people think that they gonna clean their credit profiles, get 0%, get zero debt, and then they be trying to find these auto primary trade line packages and these primary trade line packages. No, that's not going to build your credit profile or your credit score. Those will fall off in 1 to 3 months, and it's going to do nothing to your credit score or profile. No payment history, no nothing. That's why you guys need to understand that payment history is 35% of your credit profile, and that's what matters. Buying a trade line, not making payments, is not building your credit, your payment history. Buying these auto primary trade line packages is a scam, and all these places selling these packages with this and that, it's a scam, because it's going to fall off eventually, and it's not building your credit profile. It's only meant to report to your credit profile to look good at the time that you're trying to get approved for something. So people got to start understanding that these trade line packages that y'all be trying to buy, those are not credit builder trade lines. Those are make it look good trade lines. So stop wasting your money on those. You already have primary trade lines on your credit report, and those are the ones that's in debt. So you have to be making money. You got to be having some type of revenue to come in and start repairing your credit. Once you do, look at those accounts on your credit profile, and you can go to Experian.com, get you an Experian account that will help you see all your accurate accounts and accurate credit scores. CreditKarma.com is not accurate, and they only give you 2 scores, and those are Vantage 3.0 scores, meaning that a could be possible, and it's never nowhere near that. So get your accurate credit scores, credit profile, and debt. Go to Experian.com, get your account. It's $25 a month. Those accounts on your credit profile that's debt, they have the debt that's being reported on your credit profile is debt, and it has payment history attached to them. It has debt attached to it. And it has age attached to it. What you need on your credit profile to build it. So I'm not saying that you have to start paying on all your accounts at one time. No, pick the ones that you can, the one or ones that you can manage and handle, and start paying those off. Because once you start paying on those, it'll report back. It's still going to report to your credit report, and you're going to start getting good payment history towards that account, and it's going to start building your credit profile more than a credit builder loan, because primary trade lines build your credit score more than a credit builder trade line. And people got to understand that. So you get more points when it's a primary trade line. So those primary trade lines on your credit report, you already got them. Just start paying them off. It might be $1,000 account. Open that up and start paying it off. And go to the next account. So in order to rebuild and make money, it takes money. Nothing in life is free, and people got to understand. People out there that like, oh, they want to find the free credit repairing hack, and there's no such thing as a free credit building hack or nothing like that, because you got to pay for trade lines. You got to pay on them each month that they're reporting, and if you got multiple trade lines, you got to pay multiple payments. So that's why, like I said, I don't repair credit, because it's a process. You got to make payments on these trade lines, and I'm not paying for your trade line. So help you get in the position and teach people how to put themselves in the position to start repairing and cleaning their own credit profiles. So people, you got to start understanding that it's really impossible for somebody to repair your credit unless you are doing some type of mentorship with them, because nothing is overnight. Nothing is going to happen in a month. And people got to understand that. See, I'm really dropping gems for y'all right now, because a lot of people want to get a bag like this. A lot of people want to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's possible. Anybody can do it off credit. And I'm going to give you guys the blueprint on how to do that. So you're making payments on those primary trade lines that you already have. Now it's time to go start getting credit builder loans and credit cards. Now, when you get credit cards on your credit profile and you don't use them, it's going to report to your credit report as good payment history. So start off with a secured credit card, 250, 500, $300, whatever that you can afford, and just never touch it, never use it. Each month is going to report as a good payment history, and it's going to start building your credit score and your credit worthiness and your credit profile to on whichever bureau that is reporting to. Once you start doing that, you're going to start getting loans, offers, and perks from different banks on your credit on Credit Karma, not Credit Karma, Experian offers from different banks, lenders with higher limits. Once you start seeing that, now you're raising your credit limit. So building, repairing, and rebuilding your own credit profile is not hard. It's just about knowing what credit scores, what trade lines to get and things like that. And that's where the my credit repair lessons and mentorship comes in, that because everybody doesn't need the exact same thing. Everybody doesn't have the same amount of debt. Everybody's credit profiles is not in the same situation. So credit cards will help start building your credit limit, not even touching them on the personal side, because you have a utilization rate on the personal side, 30%, but it's really 10%. So you get a $250 credit card, use no more than $25, 10%. So not touching these cards. Get another credit card, secured. Another one, however much that you can afford. Now you got 2 credit cards reporting to your credit report with good payment history. Now you're gonna start getting loans, offers, and perks. Offers and perks from banks and lenders for unsecured credit cards, meaning that you're not going to need your own collateral. And so now you're going to get $3,000 credit card offers, $5,000 credit card offers, and $2,000 credit card offers. Now you know you're building your credit limit on your credit profile. Now there are banks that offer credit builder loans or that are basically savings credit builder loans, meaning that if you it might be a $5,000 credit builder loan, meaning that it's a savings account. So you're gonna get the loan and you're gonna make payments on it each month. And once you're done making payments on this $5,000 loan plus the interest, the account will unlock and you'll be able to access the funds. So it's basically a savings account, and it's just basically building payment history for you because, like I said, payment history is 35% of your credit profile. That's what's building your credit score. So you got to make as many payments as you can on time, as many counts as you can. That's basically how credit scores and credit profiles are established. So $5,000 credit builder loan here, 5,000 credit builder loan there, that's $10,000. And then they also have payday credit builder loans that are payday loans, meaning that you get the money up front. So they got $5,000 credit payday loans. But with those, with people with bad credit, you got to understand that if you have bad credit, you're going to have a high APR, which means that your annual percentage rate is going to be high, meaning that how much you pay it back a month is going to be very high. Vice versa, somebody with good credit is going to be lower. So you might be paying back $800, $900 a month on this $5,000 loan for X amount of months, and you do the math, like that's way more than $5,000 that I'm paying back. Like people got to do the math, and somebody with good credit might be paying back only $6,500 on that $5,000 loan at lower, lesser months and lower monthly payments. So bad credit, there are bad credit loans out there, but you will have a high APR, a high interest rate, meaning that you will be paying back way more money each month on that loan than somebody with bad credit. So that's why people build repair their credit scores first before they try to go get a loan, credit card, line of credit, because they don't want those high interest rates. So you got the credit builder loans, you got the creditstrong.com offers a $10,000 installment loan, credit builder installment loan that you can get to report your credit profile. So now you got that, and all these credit builder loans and credit cards is adding good debt to your credit profile. So you just added $10,000 good debt to your profile, $500 credit card good debt to your credit profile, um, 10,000 from the credit builder, so that's 20,000 good debt being added. Then you can go to Credit Magnum. They offer credit builder loans from $2,000 to $30,000. So let's say you get the $30,000 one. Now you got $50,000 in good debt being reported to your credit report. And then you go to Trade Line Supply that offer AU accounts. AU accounts are authorized users, which is credit card accounts. Credit cards are the only accounts that you can basically piggyback off of. So you can't piggyback off primary trade lines, but you can piggyback off credit cards. So you get trade line supply and get you an AU account. It might be a $20,000 credit card. Now you got a $20,000 credit card being reported to your credit report. These accounts will help you raise your credit limit on your credit profile fast. And you will go from a $100 credit limit to a $50,000 credit limit in no time, just by making payments on these accounts and making them on time and keeping up with your payments, which will help build your credit profile and credit score, which will help you get to fair in no time, good in no time, and then excellent in no time. It's just about all making accounts and payments on these accounts on time, and you can do it yourself. A lot of people focus on trying to dispute accounts, and no, y'all are disputing accounts that you need that will help improve your credit profile. Stop listening to these fake credit gurus that ain't certified by the board to even teach credit. Like y'all be listening to any and everybody just because they make it look good. No, ain't nobody on YouTube or in the credit world actually breaking down the science of credit building and the credit softs making money, period, the way that I am. I'm one of a kind, and that's why I'm King Hustle, because I'm gonna break it down the science. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this bank is offering this credit card at this percentage, and no, I'm gonna tell you what bank to go to, how to get it, what documents you gonna need, and what they looking for. All type of. I'm gonna dive in deep. No gatekeeping over here. Y'all know I've been doing this for a very long time, and it ain't gonna stop. All right, so I helped a lot of people become 100,000aires and millionaires, and it's just all about the person and how hard they work and what their goals is. So that's basically the science in the now when people like, well, what banks can I go to get the $50,000? You got to understand, when you are repairing your credit and you're on your credit repair journey, smaller banks and credit unions are the best banks to go to get loans, to get approved for loans. because they're there to help the people and smaller businesses and people with bad credit. So any credit union, any smaller bank, it's just all about you calling that bank and asking what requirements do they have to get approved for loans and bad credit and things like that. It's just all about asking questions and things like that. There's many banks out here, and I'm not finna. This bank right here is the only bank I gave y'all. I did a lot of bank videos, so y'all should already know. But that's basically the step-by-step blueprint how you can repair your own credit profile. You don't need to be paying these credit gurus. You got to understand that there is no such thing as you buying a trade line and reporting 56 points to your credit profile overnight. No, there's no such thing as that. Points are built over time by payments, making payments and good payment history. So understanding that it's the first step to restarting and rebuilding and restoring your credit profiles. And that's what we're going to do on this channel. We're going to learn every way, any way that we can to make some money when it comes to credit. We're going to talk about any and every way that people are making money out here, because this is the real world. People are coming up with a lot of different ways, from credit to fraud to scams to you name it. Anywhere there's money being made, there's some type of scam or fraud being committed. And that's another thing that we got to be aware of and be cautious of. So that's what I do on this channel. I teach people about the awareness. I teach people about what's really going on in the real life. I teach people about how to really repair and restore their credit profiles. I teach people how to really become successful and elevate in life. I'm a life coach, a business coach, credit consultant, and just all around person that's going to help you get the bag. All right. So make sure you guys are like, sharing, comment, subscribing on these videos, and we're gonna keep running it up. All right. So shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, because without y'all there be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping this sauce, and y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime 101 limit gems are $1,000. But for limit time only, I'm doing it for 600. Yes, 600 cash app or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is in your cash app or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there. All right, no screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 10 seats available each session, 250. Ask me anything and get help with anything that y'all want to ask and get help with. So let's get to work and let's have fun. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the crypto tour, in-person limited gems, 3,500, $500 deposit, the rest of the money in person. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the month-long mentorship, 2,500, but the first 10 people will be $1,000. Anybody after that is 2,500, 30 days. Get help with anything that you need help with. Let's get to work. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato App Millionaire Network. Still looking for people for the production company. Still looking for rappers, singers, models, producers, cameramen, women, gamers, streamers, and content curators. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the notification bell on my YouTube channels, my Twitches, my IGs, my TikToks, my Twitch. Make sure y'all checking out the crypto world, because y'all see it's changing a lot of people's lives. A lot of things changing a lot of people's lives right now. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how to get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson, video, or live. Peace.